Now, can we talk about your marriage a little bit?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. How long have you been married for?
Bro, I've been married. Shit. Let me see. Damn. Like 6 years. 6 years I've been married.
Now, what was the reason for getting married? Because in today's times, especially 6 years ago, which is still kind of recent,
Yeah.
it's 2016, so maybe 2009, 2010,
Yeah.
maybe around then. You know, in today's times, people aren't getting married like they used to.
No, they're not.
So, what was, just curious, your reasoning for getting married?
Oh man, this. Hopefully, I'm not gonna fucking let her see this. I had different reasons, man. Damn, dude. We had a kid, and we had a child together, but we still was going through ups and downs and shit like that. It didn't come from. It did come from love, but it wasn't. Damn, dude. I'm about to dig a fucking hole answering this question. It wasn't traditional. It wasn't like, I love you so much, I can't live without you, marry me. It was more so like, we got a kid, we've been kind of shooting shit for a while with each other. Fuck it, let's get married. It didn't come from a lovey-dovey fucking a fucking romantic comedy movie. But it came from love. There was love there, but it was more so like a business thing in a sense, like, yo, fuck it, you got good insurance.
I mean, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah, but no, it was definitely
people,
love. And then
some people are watching this harbor those same feelings. They just might not openly say it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of crazy that you're admitting stuff that people probably are thinking.
yeah, oh hell yeah, I'm being one.
We appreciate that.
Another thing too, I always wanted to see. I grew up in a single parent home. My dad wasn't around, and I just kind of never wanted to be like my dad. I was like, yo, I have to be in my kids' life. I want to be there, and I want to be in their life, and I want them to wake up in the same house as me. So it was different. It was so many different reasons, but it definitely, honestly, was not the fucking romantic comedy thing that happened. I'm just being honest. I know one day she's gonna see this and say, "Fuck you." But it's the truth, and she know it too. She don't even have my last name, so she can't say shit. We got married, but she didn't take my last name, so hey.
Now, what was the reasoning behind that?
She said, this is what she said. She said, yeah, I got to go through all this fucking paperwork. It's just too much paperwork to go through, and it's too time consuming.
Well, she's being honest.
Yeah, I don't believe that shit. I still don't believe that. I just think she kind of wasn't sure if she wanted to fucking carry on the Benton legacy because, you know, we got a crazy legacy.
Now, 6 years you've been married, but how long the relationship total?
Oh, we was off and on, bro, since I was like 21. It was like, I do some bullshit, she leave.
So about
We get back together.
10-year
do some
span?
more bullshit. She leave. Yeah.
10-year, 11-year span?
Hell
yeah.
Yep.
So you did the whole wedding type of thing, or
yeah,
what?
we actually did a wedding too, but we did it in a crib. It was very intimate too. I'm not a religious dude, so I didn't want a priest marrying me. It was pretty dope. We actually had a dope wedding. It was very intimate. You know, we had friends and family there, and you know, we did it in our crib, and it was a dope wedding.
Now, is she in the industry or
nah,
not?
She's a fucking lawyer. Yeah. She's like, why you? Yo, I never talk about it. This is crazy. This is a dope interview. I never talk about her on interviews, but yeah, she's a fucking lawyer.
Well, I just find it fascinating because, you know, in today's time, like I said, you don't really see that a lot.
No, you
don't.
don't.
It's almost like, you know, it's almost like a treat for me to ask these questions because I'm just curious to see what the mind frame of it is and why, and the fact that you're still together in 6 years. I mean, even the 6-year fact is kind of amazing because people get married and annul marriages a lot.
Oh
and
yeah, dude.
They
I would
switch
say
up
this.
in a year or two. So
the shit is hard. Marriage is fucking hard. It's not a cakewalk. It's hard as fuck. You know, we still go through ups and downs and shit like that now. Would I suggest people to get married? No. Damn, I sound like a dick, dude. Listen, my whole belief system changed. I just don't believe in it no more, even though I'm married. Oh my God, dude, this interview is probably gonna get me divorced. What the fuck?
Now, I mean, the reason why I am curious about these questions is because I've seen like J. Cole recently,
Yeah.
ready to tie the knot. Kevin Gates got married recently.
Yep.
And these are, people, within the same age bracket as you or maybe younger,
Yeah.
making these types of decisions. So I was just curious on,
Yeah,
your
I mean,
marriage.
it came from a place of love, and it did come from a place of love, but as we get older and as we experience more life, our perception and our perspective on things change too. So my shit has changed a lot. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't suggest marriage to, marriage definitely works, and it depends on how much work you two are willing to put in it. But I just don't. If I got divorced right now, I never say never, but I don't think I would be married again. It's just, I don't know.
We appreciate your honesty.
Too much headaches.
Now, when it comes to your wife or
Yeah.
your son,
Yeah.
right? Your son?
Son and a
Okay.
daughter.
Okay,
Two
son
kids.
and daughter.
Yeah.
How is it on the road? Because like when I watch Kevin Gates, he takes his family on the road and stuff like that.
I can't do that, dude.
Can't. Okay.
I got too many degenerates around me.
Got you.
Like, I got niggas on the road that there's a regular usage of cocaine, and I drink like a motherfucker. There's drugs, there's cocaine, it's too much shit that I wouldn't want my kids to see. Now, if they were a little older, yeah. Because Ozzy Osbourne did that too. Ozzy Osbourne brought his kids on the road since they was a little, and he let them see the bullshit. And, they actually got addicted to drugs and shit like that too. But, it's just my road, my road etiquette is not I wouldn't want kids around that.
I see.
So yeah, I would never take my kids on the road.
Now let me ask you this.
Yo, this is the most honest interview I've
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You don't see too many people, especially rappers, get married. That's why I was just very curious about it.
You don't.
Now,
I think a lot of rappers are married. I just think they just don't. I never had a problem saying I was married. I don't know. I never got that. Maybe it was some shit back in like the '60s or some shit or where people would say, "Don't let the public know you're married because it's gonna make girls feel like you're not
accessible,
yeah.
or you might lose
any
fans.
Fucking
or
married person in the industry, it don't stop pussy. Not saying that I'm getting pussy, but it doesn't stop it. Regardless, you can tell a bitch you married. It don't stop it, man.
It might make things more enticing.
Hell yeah.
Now, in 2016, you see a lot of stuff has changed, not just with the perception of marriage, because it's almost like if you are married, it's almost like for the people that are married, it's almost like a cool thing in a sense that, there's reality TV shows exploiting, marriages and putting it on a different type of platform and scale. You've seen stuff like T.I. and Tiny, and then you've seen like Run's House, and so there's different types of TV shows related to marriage and stuff like that. And then when people break up marriages, you got like celebrity breakups and therapists and there's shows for that too. And just social media in general has kind of changed a lot of stuff. Like I remember when people, like especially rappers, would be embarrassed to maybe post their middle school or elementary pictures, and now it's almost like on social media a cool thing to show your throwback of how geeky or dorky you were, and what the what's transpired. Back in the day, that type of stuff would have been tight-lipped, and people showing off their parents and what their parents look like. Some of that stuff was hidden in the past. So a lot of stuff is kind of changing and evolving with social media in a good way.
That is the good thing I like, because it's making more people more comfortable, man. And that's why I said it's all about being comfortable in your own skin. It is fucked up when you do feel like you gotta, the media tells you, not the media, but I think back then people had the PR, the trainers, and all those people would tell them what not to do and what not to. But now it's an open. I think on the outside, even looking at me like people that I used to be fans of and movie stars and shit like that, you always wanted to be in. Like seeing some exclusive shit, seeing somebody with their kids or their wife, or hearing a story that like, oh, this motherfucker got OCD too. Like, damn, I didn't know. Seeing that they're not super fucking human is a good thing, and that's all you wanted to see too. It was always the coolest shit. Like, to see like the behind the scenes and how this person lived their life. I think it's dope, but at the same time, I think it takes I think back in the day, that's what added that mystique to an artist or actor or actress, and that's what made them more infamous, because they had that mystique to where you couldn't see, you never knew how their life was, you didn't know, so it kind of made them more like, it gave it more like, damn, that's a superstar. To me personally, it added more of a superstar quality to you, because it was the mystique part about it. You didn't know, you didn't know who his wife was. You didn't know what his kids were like. You didn't know he was going through this. It was just, you could let your fucking imagination. But now, you in the nigga's living room with him now.
Yeah, I mean, I think in 2016 and at the moment, it's about being real.
Yeah.
And showing your true self, which is a cool thing in hip hop, because people that might have not ever been in the hip hop light are allowed to have fan bases and be themselves and be who they want. If they want to wear a dress, they have fans that want to see them in a dress.
Yeah.
And they're in their own lane. And 20 years ago, would they have been allowed to be on a platform and do that type of stuff? You already know what the answer to that is. So, I think that, in my personal opinion, that is the cool thing about 2016, is you can be yourself and be who you are, and there's fans that will enjoy that.
Yeah.
It might not be a lot, it might be a little, but they have their own fan base for it.
That's true. What's crazy too is, I always felt back in the day before social media, it was only a certain type of rappers that was able to shine. You had to be tough. You had to, now shit, you could be the kid that got beat up all fucking day and and be a star by being that and letting other people know that shit, and they feel like they can relate to that. So that is dope. It is dope.
Yeah, it used to be a time where a rapper looked a certain way, had a certain body style, physique, look, demeanor, and now it's all changed.
Yeah, I felt like back then it was more like the niggas would let you in, you would hear certain personal stories, but it was more like the superhuman, the super nigga, like the super rapper, like, damn, this nigga don't have no emotions. He's always handle shit in so one way, one track minded, and I don't know, now it's dope to see people, it's dope that people are letting their vulnerability out, and you see that shit. That's dope. It let me know that, and it gives, I think it just lets you know that person is fucking human.